Fank it is. Oh. Get ready to get your budgie smugglers on. Ah! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, those who are not quite sure. It is me, Marky P, your favourite DJ, radio presenter, video viralist, Starship Captain, extraordinaire. And the only reason why I'm doing this is either one of two things. It's either a Wednesday, no, or it's that inevitable point of the week when we say to ourselves, oh, I just cannot wait for the weekend to begin. And yes, people, it is getting to that time when we can quite say, well, quite really say, when we can really say, thank Fank, it's Friday! From the rooftops, inevitably. Oh, wow. Friday already. This week has flown. Although there was one of the days in the week where it was really like, oh, it's taking ages. I think that was Thursday. That took ages. So, oh no, Wednesday took ages, and the reason why is because I wanted to do my show. So, rewind a bit of history, okay? So, one of the things that I did on Wednesday, and you may not have been aware, is I broadcast on 3 separate platforms, if you didn't catch the show. Now, as those, some of you may know, those of you may know, I was around in the mid-80s, so 1984 to about 89. Cruise FM was a black soul and funk hip-hop music station where we used to broadcast to across London, and we was a weekend soul station, okay? Now, we got busted in 1989 and taken down. But in that time, in that short space of time that we was doing it from 1984, and it was before a lot of the other stations that were out there at the time. We were the youngest crew, so the average age of the station when we started it was 16, 17, so not very old. And we had quite a big cult following, ironically, back in the day. And let's have a look. In the last month, we've resurrected Cruise FM. It's now cruisefm.co.uk. And already it's been virally tweeted, it's all over the place. There's people that are tuning into it that hadn't heard us for years, that have moved to other countries, that are tuning into us now. So it's kind of like original pirate style, but legal, if that makes any sense. So it's a legal station, cruisefm.co.uk, and it's a legal trading entity. And a media company, basically, which is the way that most radio stations are run nowadays. So it's unbelievable, the take-up of it, how it's exploded, how people have been bigging us up, tweeting us, following us, listening, tuning in. Now, I know I've just done that, just a bit of an intro, just to really kind of rewind your minds a little bit. But the interesting thing was, what got this going was the Masters of the Airwaves launch, all right? The Masters of the Airways launch was based around like pirate radio in London in the 80s, predominantly, and most of it was based around black music stations, playing music that the commercials wouldn't play, which ironically is not so much of an issue today, but there's still content that's still not played. And I don't mean all the sweary stuff, I mean specific genres and so on that are not played by other stations. There's a lot, in my opinion, at the moment. There's too much house out there, but then again, house is just the evolution of a lot of the genres that have come together. So the good thing is now is with internet radio, and somebody was telling me the other day that the best thing about it, the internet digital radio, is that the choice. There is a load of choice, and people have a choice. They can listen to one song on one station, one song on another. The good thing is that players are now coming out where, you know, you can either listen to it through your set-top box, where you can listen to it for your satellite TV, where you can listen to it through your computer, or even mobile phones. Now, the future of that, of course, is that eventually, I reckon a lot of the radio systems will die, and it will just purely be a database, a data network. There's me saying that because I'm a network boy. About like running that, so it'll be across an internet connection, and all you'll have is the receiver will be just data coming to your mobile device, your TV. Just think about how internet TV has taken off, and YouTube and so on, and what the things that you watch it on. I don't know if any of you actually listen to radio on your smartphones, but if you look for an app called TuneIn Radio or Pandora, there's a number of those apps that will actually run on your phone, and you can tune into thousands and thousands of quality stations that are out there. So a lot of this, what I'm talking about today, has been launched off of the back of the Masters of the Airwaves launch, which is still going on and rolling, and the book is still there. It's 30 quid, and I tell you what, it's well worth a piece of history. There are other things going on, other little projects that are spun off from that as well. I know Lindsay Wesker and Dave VJ are doing some lectures at unis and polytechnics and so on, based around the origins of black music and so on as well, and how the pirate radio scene influenced the scene itself. And yeah, there's a lot to be said from pioneers back in the day, kick-starting it and so on, getting those stations up and running, getting the pirate radio stations up and running from the DTI. I spy for the DTI? Oh, and all of those things. So yeah, I'm quite excited, almost like to be doing like an original pirate style from back in the day. It's not really, because it's obviously real and legal, and we are kind of regulated by the PPL, so that the artists actually get paid and so on as well. But to be able to be broadcast across multiple platforms is fantastic. So yeah, it was a first for me, broadcasting on 3 simultaneous platforms. The platforms were called Soul City Grooves Radio, New Funk Radio in Germany, which I don't know if you know, if you're not familiar, New Funk Radio is the largest dance music station in Europe. They're internet based, but he streams out to FM radio stations all over the world and platforms. They have a huge listener base, and it's awesome. So I'm on New Funk Radio with the boys on there, and of course Cruise FM. Now, bear in mind, cruisefm.co.uk has been resurrected, and it is back out there. It's all on TuneIn Radio as well. So. And look out for it on Twitter as well, because the Twitter feeds have been going mad. All of a sudden, it's just exploded. Cruise FM it's Cruise_FM on Twitter. But hit us up. So I am still doing my thing on Soul City Grooves. Soul City Grooves is still going. There's still things afoot. There's still events that we got. Not forgetting, of course, the 6th of July, the fantastic Beverley Night gig up at Woolston Manor. Cannot wait for that. Be alongside residents Bigger, Flip and Scott. It'll be myself, it'll be DJ Dubs, Stacey B, and also will be RJ as well, Roger Johnson. I really can't wait for that, because the last one, the Dry as a Bone event, in fact, all 3 that we've been invited to play at, or the 2 that we played at so far, have been absolutely off the hook. Over 700 plus people at each. It is UK's biggest soul and R&B event monthly, and it's just awesome to be part of that family. Right, so that's my bits over. I just wanted to do a Thank Funk It's Friday bit and just give you an update on what's going on, because at the moment it's kind of like it's exploding. I'm playing at United Soul as well with Scotty and Stacey B as well. So I'm up there under the Soul City Grooves banner, and the guys there are. It's going to be wicked to actually meet up with a load of guys as well, because I know there's from all sorts of radio stations and syndications and so on as well, and groups. So it'd be great to meet up the family again. And Ray Pereira has done it again. So people, you have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to now park up, change into my budgie smugglers and flip-flops, and get on that train up to Area 51 for the rest of the day. Really, I could be in the garden tuning and listening to some music, eh? Yeah. Peace and light.